While the name Cordell sends ripples of recognition through Australia's property and construction industry, few people know the extraordinary story of the woman behind it. Joan Cordell, the brains behind the Cordell Group of companies, was already a skilled statistician and an astute businesswoman when she spotted an opportunity to transform information sharing across an entire industry. Joan is blessed with a rare combination of artistic and analytical abilities, and satisfying both sides of her nature has produced a brilliant and boundary-pushing career that lives on in the construction industry to this day. A hard-working student who was dux of her primary school year, Joan passed her intermediate in 1948 before electing to attend the Julian Ashton Art School. Despite her prestigious talent, Joan soon realised the life of a starving artist was not for her. Trading her canvas for a calculator, Joan completed an honours degree in statistics at the University of Sydney. She studied at night while holding down various secretarial and research positions during the day. A scarce skill set was honed. Just 3 students chose statistics as their main subject, and only one, Joan, was a woman. After graduating in 1954 and a stint as statistician with Australian paper manufacturers, Joan's creative side was calling. She took up courses in acting and modelling and was chosen as one of only 3 Australian models to show UK couturier Norman Hartnell's 1958 collection. In 1959, Joan opted to return to statistics, joining logistics company Brambles while completing her master's thesis at Sydney University. Within that master's thesis, on New South Wales Government statist T.A. Coughlin, lay the germ of an idea. By then it was the 1960s, and Australia's construction industry was booming. New suburbs were being laid out, and building approvals were setting year-on-year records. Shopping centres were changing our way of life, and skyscrapers were springing up in our cities. But with little reliable data, the industry was reliant on trade gossip and gut feel. In 1969, Joan launched a new company, Cordell Research. The first key area of focus was project activity. Reports on building costs and pricing soon followed, and Cordell's information system was very soon known as the Builder's Bible. Everything from council development approvals to cost estimates, industry news to market analysis was found in one place.
I think Cordell became known as the Builder's Bible quite early in the piece, and you still hear people talking about it like that. It's an absolutely essential ingredient in decision making, in strategy, in understanding the competition, even just understanding how much supply is in the pipeline and how much it's going to cost to build. So it's become just a piece of equipment that you can't do without. The most significant legacy from Joan is always going to be the database that she's left behind her. The data in Cordell, because it started so early, and as an analyst, you really look for some length in data sets. Having a data set that starts in the 1970s is very rare, and to have something that's high quality, complete, and has such a long time series, I think that's going to be Joan's legacy. The fact that we have this tool that's going to live on well after Joan has left this world. The sort of things that come to mind when I think about Joan would be an absolute pioneer in the data space, an entrepreneur, a leading woman. Back in the day when you didn't see a lot of women starting businesses, she absolutely didn't let that become a barrier.
Joan Cordell isn't just a visionary entrepreneur. She was also a trailblazer for women in the workplace, introducing several changes to business culture. By the late 70s, Joan's company had grown to 110 employees, with offices in Sydney, Brisbane and Melbourne.
My connection with Joan Cordell started with my mother, Alva Wolfe. When she came into the office to discuss things with my mother, you knew she was in the building, a bit like Elvis Presley, really. You know, Joan is in the building. There's that aura. She's very statuesque, of course, being an ex-model, and very beautiful and very elegant. But she has the warmth and this the laughter in her voice and humour that is infectious.
She's a warm person. She's responsive. She's engaging. You find yourself being wide-eyed and bushy-tailed because you're listening. With every breath you take,
There's something new, something profound, and she never falters from being true to herself. If she agrees with you, she'll say, I agree with you. If she disagrees with you, she'll say, I disagree with you there. However, I'm prepared to accept your opinion. And this is why I disagree with you, because it'd have to be the last word.
So strong female role models was very much the essence of the Cordell office. It was very much not what we did, but how we did it. And I say we because it was very much a team. It was a team event for everybody at home. It was an exciting place for your mother to be working there. And I never thought not working was what women did.
Team spirit flourished in her warm and friendly workplaces. Joan also hired female university graduates who wanted to balance satisfying part-time work with family responsibilities.
When I think about Joan Cordell, I think about her research and I think about her business. But I also think about what an incredible human being sits behind that business. Joan has fundamentally changed the way we think about not only research, but how we run our businesses. She's left a lasting impression and legacy on the whole of the property industry. She was so far ahead of her time. She managed to build a business that was based on flexibility and diversity, and these are all the things that businesses just now are starting to find that are the fundamental building blocks of a lasting, stable business. She was doing this 50 years ago. She was employing women, allowing them to work part-time, work around having children in university. These are all things that we're only just now starting to roll out mainstream in businesses. So Joan's legacy today can really be seen in the work of the Property Council. So her work was accelerated in around 2015 when the Property Champions of Change were established, and there was a real focus on the need for diversity across the industry. So the Property Council now, we have a minimum of 40% women on our board and our committees, and many of them are CEOs, they're managing directors, they're data scientists and economists just like Joan.
In 1979, Joan sold Cordell to Thomson Publications, giving Cordell the financial edge to computerise. She returned to her other love, art, while staying in touch with Cordell's progress. In 2015, Cordell joined forces with CoreLogic and maintains its position as a market-leading source of construction data. Today, we induct Joan Cordell into the Australian Property Hall of Fame in honour of her exceptional contribution. Australia's property and construction industry stands tall among the world's most trusted, transparent markets, characteristics that Joan Cordell helped to cultivate. Joan's legacy is found in 5 decades of data, systematically collated and painstakingly researched, that continues to support better decision-making. But Joan's contribution also reverberates in the careers of the professionals she inspired, the entrepreneurial values she embodied, and the minds she enlightened.
I think Joan was a trailblazer from a number of different perspectives. Firstly, she had the foresight to recognize there was an information void in the construction industry. Secondly, I think that she had the gumption, let's face it, to break into what was mostly a male-dominated industry. And thirdly, she had the savvy to develop a subscription-based business model that would protect the future security of that operation through recurring revenue. I think those were pretty tremendous qualities coming from a pioneer back in the late 60s. I can't help but think that Joan Cordell created the LinkedIn of its time, connecting key players with key projects. And little did she know that, obviously as the decades progressed and as technology improved, that Cordell as well would move into software solutions that made the information more accessible and transmittable. Joan, look, it's with great pleasure that I have the opportunity to congratulate you on achieving this prestigious award. I really hope you have a wonderful evening, and I wish you all the very best.
Joan, congratulations. Thank you so much for including us tonight. Cordell's has been a very special part of my life, and it's just a testament to you for everything that you've done.
Congratulations, Joan. You've done so much for the construction industry and broadly CoreLogic as a business. Wish you all the best, and have a great night accepting your award.
Congratulations from Alva, from Charles, and thank you for your massive contribution to our world.